Test, guys. Hi. I love how that showed up on screen. I didn't think that through. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Happy Friday. I'm just gonna say so you can hear me okay. Seems like it. Whoop! And that was the mouse hitting the floor. I apologize. Hello, guys. How are you? So, no matter what we believe in, right now, I think that most of us can agree that something is going on in the universe. And some people say it's new debris that comes into orbit, or old debris from something old that comes into orbit. And some say it is a new moon coming in, and others say that it's all the satellites going up. Good morning, Luna. Hello, love. And no matter what we believe in, it seems that we can agree on things changing. And so right now, I never quite believed, I never want to use the words low energy or high energy. So low frequency energy or high frequency energy. But right now, if we were to use that terminology, we can definitely agree on that. Many people are experiencing what you would call low frequency or vibrating energy right now. And I feel this too. So this little Friday today, I thought we'd just have a cozy little time and pull through this together. Was my little thought. Hello Tara dear. Omichi, hello, and Sprite. Home of Hearts, hi. It's wonderful seeing you guys. So yeah, a lot is going on, and for me, personally, we went through last night with my twin, as you've heard me talk about before. All of those experiences that we share have been on a very subconscious level for him, and last night we could feel it drop down to a more conscious level. You could feel it spill over, and we're a little bit scared when it comes to that. So that is something that that we are dealing with in the system right now. And then also, I was so tired. I've been so tired. So I started some vitamins to see that I could cheer me up. And according to those vitamins, you shouldn't be drinking coffee or having coffee whilst being helped by the vitamins, so to speak. So I wait many hours. I take them in the morning, and then I wait many hours to have my coffee. And this today is my first coffee cup. It's my first cup of coffee. So hopefully the energy will rise with it as I drink my coffee. It's so wonderful seeing all of you. Can you hear the music okay? Is the sound level okay? So in that sense, Luna, I guess it's morning also for me. No, but you have to finish this Italian Pinocchio movie? Oh wow! Pinocchio in Italian. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I thought we could just have a little cozy Friday. Hello, Anna. I'm glad you can hear it okay. So wonderful seeing you. So what I wanted to say, I know many people who are struggling right now in different ways. And I know many streamers who are struggling to stream. And I feel a little bit the same. So I thought, let's just push through together and see what happens. And let's just enjoy our time. But I definitely want to right now how I feel, I would love to just chat a little with you today. And the queue is open, and we will have some readings and some healings. But I really just want to chat with you. You can ask any questions that you feel today. I love being asked questions and having this little... I want some exchange today with just talking and just, explore with our words and our thoughts a little bit. But the queue is also open. And I think that the more we get into it, the more I will lose myself in the wonderful energy, as I do. But I just want you to know that where we are today. Yeah. Pinocchio. Wow, that was so long ago for me. I love it. I love it. So how have you been, guys? How's your week been? It's so beautiful being here on a Friday. For me, it's Friday evening as well. So let's check how it looks with... Ooh, with a cube. Tara, dear, you are actually pending from a previous stream. Would you be interested in having a transference today, Tara? If you're here, love. Because we have Tara, and then we have... Yeah, there you are. Hello, dear. And then we have Home of Heart, Sprite, and Michi. Depending on... Oh, that is who is in queue right now. I literally did not sleep at all, really, on Wednesday night, so I feel the sleepiness. Yeah, we've actually had... I sent a little picture on Discord. The fiber line is now dug. It's in the ground. It's not connected yet, but it's right here, right outside, and we just need an electrician to connect it to our house, and also for them, of course, to actually have the main line come out. But it's all underground now, so that is great progress. Yeah, definitely. So Tara, love, what would you like today? Would you like a healing or a reading, general or specific? You know how it goes. See me clickety click again? See if it works. What would you like, Tara? It's wonderful seeing you as well, dear. We have some cat hairs in this little bowl, but we will do. We will work with it. Absolutely. I had a healing today where I worked with a rainbow, and the person, I saw them just floating in there before me, and then I just pushed in some colors. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was so wonderful. And last night I had a healing where we were both floating, sat in the air just opposite each other, and I hold my hands like this, and they would hold their hands underneath, so to hold mine, and so we had this energetic exchange like this. It would be opposite each other. It was magical. It's so wonderful. Yeah, Tara, what is it, dear? Okay. Would you like me to do a quick one, or do you have to go? I can make it short, and you can tell me when to stop. Or do you have to go now? Oh yeah. Sorry, it is. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm sorry, I just saw the time. Have a wonderful little safe trip there, and have a beautiful appointment. Can you say that? A beautiful time at the hair salon. Okay, 10 minutes. You live that close? Okay. It's interesting. We've talked, you and I, so much, or before, and you were in this energy before where you had everything. Let's see if this works. Yes! Where you had everything. You thought about everything at the same time so that you could not really see what it was that you had in your mind because everything was coming at you at the same time. And then you found a balance in that. First by not being able to think of anything, and then slowly finding a balance into it. And what I feel now, Tara, is that you're coming back into that energy that you were before, in when everything was just happening around you. And so what they're telling me today, and why we're here now in this reading, is them asking you to consider this and to acknowledge it and to see it in that how far you've come, and actually keeping yourself on the check in a way, because now you have so much going for you. You have so many new opportunities that you take charge of, but that also means that you're letting yourself go a little bit when it comes to this of wanting so much control that you can't have any. And that is the stress factor that we spoke of before. And I feel you have the tendency of going back into that, and you start feeling that now. And simply what they ask you is to make sure to have both of these be as acknowledged and appreciated, both of them simultaneously, so to speak. That you now have this balance, and that you have this, but coming back to the schedule again, it's all about schedule. It's all about keeping up with the schedule. And so that you feel you can also breathe, because it's taking care of Tara that you put down on the priority list, so to speak, when it comes to taking care of everything or trying to understand and being part of everything that is around. And so once again, now they just want to put that out, that we see you are coming close to where you were before. And with this new knowledge, it's not new knowledge, but this new perspective that you got into it, just keep it in check is really what we're talking about today, Tara. If that makes any sense for you. How do you feel? Because I see your energy agreeing. Yeah, I know. I'm doing my best, but yeah, I know what you're saying. It's not coming to me. But yeah, it's just that little nudge in that, hey, you are in control. You're in control of your own life. Don't forget you as an aspect of that, and just keep that little bit in check, because you have the tendency of losing yourself to the course, when the course is everything and nothing, and we're not really sure what it is. Now you have a course. Now you have this new focus, if you will. Let yourself breathe in that, and make it so that because you are now, you have this, you are in center, you are in control, you have the balance. Just keep that little check for yourself. Just make sure that, okay, Tara, how are we today? Are we this big spider? Okay, if we're this big spider in the spider web, that's beautiful, because that's still you. You are the caretaker who needs to have things going in your life. You need to have things happening, and you want to, as you want to be in control in just knowing what those things is or are. But when you're in this, okay, I'm in the nest now. What is the spider doing? Where are my spider legs today? Am I all over here before I've even, woken my own body up, before I know where I am in here? Where's my spidey legs? Can I pull them? Maybe just feeling the connection also to my heart, and start here and say, okay, Tara, good morning. Good morning. Maybe go out and just smile at the sun and just, okay, where am I in my body? What do I need? And to make sure to put that into your schedule as well. So it's beautiful that you're going to your hair appointment, but why are you going there? Remember, you are the most important part of this scheme of keeping everything going. That is the little nudge that we need today. So when you wake up in the morning, this is me. I can feel all my spider legs, but this is me. Where am I? What do I need? I put that down so I have a space to meet that. That is what we want to say today. Yeah. That is the little nudge today, Tara. But I hope you have a lovely appointment. And share the pictures. Share the pictures. I want to see. Yeah. And when it comes to family, Tara, that space of yours, that water of yours that we spoke of so much, really, Tara, it is your haven. It really helps you to see things from a distance and also directly connected to your heart when you're there. So use it when you can. Yeah. But that's what we have today, Tara. A little challenge for me to keep it short as well. Beautiful. All with love. All with love. I really need to do something with this. I appreciate you, Tara. Have a wonderful day, dear. Have a wonderful day. Just a little nudge with love. A love bubble. Challenges are good for us, yeah. But your water, as you know what I'm talking about, Tara, really, it really brings perspective. Use it. Usually I would say use it till you can feel that it's inside you. You already know that it's inside you. It's to see it in actual reality that really brings it forth for you. Wonderful. Take care, Tara. Hello, Saludine. You can join the queue by putting exclamation point joy, as in joyous. And you will be put in queue. I know I said I wanted to talk a lot today. Now I really feel like, okay, we continue these readings. I love this. But if you have any questions, just let me know. Because I love to explore things together. And also, I've heard so many people say that, oh, I always do that wrong, that this little fellow of us, that he looks real, the little doggy, he's so pretty. And I've had him since I was, a couple of years old, just. It's a plushie. It's a plushie. But I heard in other people's chat even how he's alive. But he's so pretty. I absolutely adore him. Take care, Tara, love. Home of Hearts, are you here, love? Do we have... I always want to call you Gaia. I'm sorry. Are you here, dear? Home of Hearts? Sailor, put exclamation point joy. Joy and then please come back with your question. If I'm gonna lose it in chat, it depends on how many people are chatting. Joy. I understand, it's okay. But joy, as in joyous. What would you like today, Home of Hearts? A general? Yes, absolutely. You were deceived? You thought it was you, Michi? Oh, no, the dog. Yeah, the dog. But he is so pretty, isn't he? I absolutely love him. I think he really come to a home in that little corner. He brings me so much joy. Okay. Home of Hearts? What children are it that you are afraid of losing? Because it's a very... Without even finding your frequency, Home of Hearts, they immediately talk about you being afraid of losing these children. And you being this Gaia figure, as I always see you as, being this motherly figure, there's just the energy coming through. And now they're talking about you being so afraid of losing the children, and it comes back around again. Let me see if I can find your frequency here. This definitely feels medical. It feels you're afraid of losing children, and the children feels like God's children in a sense. It's that feeling I get. And you're afraid of what is going on, but again and again it's the children coming through. And your own roots. Are you afraid of losing your ability to care for others when going into yourself? It's interesting you do see yourself as a motherly type. Well, I see you as Gaia, you know, the mother of all mothers. Every time you come in, I speak of this. I have several people who really have that energy. And what I see this tree of yours. And since you've been asked to go within and work with you, I see almost at your branches and your roots, every root leads to another little tree, another little child. And it feels like you're afraid of losing that connection with what you have inside, or you're afraid of what is going on inside now will spread out in your roots and to the others. So it feels like you're afraid of losing the children, meaning losing people's belief in you. I think you started to really look into yourself, and you found some shadow there that you're not now stuck within, and you're afraid of having that spread into your roots and the children, and ending up being alone. I wanted to speak to you about this, that so many are experiencing right now, where the frequency bounces a different way in the universe, making it difficult for us as we try to accustom ourselves to the new way of reading the energy in the universe. But with you, it feels this goes deeper. It feels this contributes to it, but it doesn't touch you in that way. This goes much deeper, and it feels like you come, you hit a wall inside of you because you saw this goo coming out, and you're afraid of what it is and that it will spread to others. And what I want to say to you with this Home of Heart is what you're doing. You really are on the journey of healing. And what you see here with this goop that you can't really comprehend and that you're afraid of within you, I see it as clusters. And this is what I work with in healing, with cluster healing. When we have these feelings that we don't really want to know about ourselves, and for you it has been everything that is not about taking care of others, because you're afraid of your own, you being so small in the world, so you want to, your purpose is to be there for others, and you feel this to be so true within you, you also are using it as a deflective shield. And now when you're finally taking that step to start and examine yourself, you're hit with this, what is this? This is scary. It went really well for a little while. Forgiving your ancestors and all of these things that I think that we spoke about actually. But then you hit a wall. You hit something that is scary. And this I will call a cluster. And it is when we try to push these things aside that we don't like about ourselves. We push them into ourselves, trying to push them down, hold them down. Please don't be part of me. But because they are part of us, we can never get rid of them. Within this, though, comes the feeling of something is not right. And we have the anger, frustration, sadness, grief. We have all of these emotions. Every single one of those, every time it feels wrong, Home of Heart, how I see it personally, is that is actually you putting down the foot for yourself. So your anger, your frustration is actually your own self-love, because you deserve better than the situation that you're in, which creates this frustration. For you, you are so detached from it because you care only for others. And now, when you have actually gathered the strength to come into you and start seeing who you are, meeting this, your cluster, your shadow, is also your way of seeing your love. Because in all of this, so many other things are anchored. And by meeting what you're afraid of, or what you really don't like about yourself, you're actually also meeting what you can achieve and what you really think about yourself, the love you have for you. Because if you're not this, you deserve better. That is love. So what you're doing right now is healing you. You're meeting you. You're afraid of losing the children because you're starting to see your own inner child. And you want to know a secret, Home of Heart? That is not a secret at all, but that is your very way to understand and be open to the other children and their stories even more, and with even more transparency and genuinity. When we feel proud in ourselves, And when we feel safe in us, we dare meet inspiration from others. When we do not feel safe in ourselves, we take it instead as a way of judging ourselves. And we push that judgment down into our feet and out in our backs. So you see, you have such a wonderful personality trait in you caring, in you wanting to understand and being, before you did it to get away from yourself, but it's also in your foundation, home of heart. So now when you start to see yourself, you're not cutting those roots. You're not defying those roots. You're not messing them up. You're actually making them stronger. So whatever it is that you meet, however awful in here, and what you have in here, actually is you feeling your right to belong. You have a right in this world to be loved, to be cared for. You too. But because it's so important for you to care about others, this is egocentrical to you. We can't have this. But in reality, it makes you... It's what you want for others, what you see for others as being an obvious right. Every child deserves a home of hearts. And you've been advocating for that. But now, by finding yourself and your own home of hearts, you're actually also spreading that in your energy. So not only are you meeting the others, but by meeting yourself, you're meeting the interaction, everything between. And by being safe in you, by getting to know you, you will have an easier time to actually also listen and be even greater of a motherly figure that you are in your foundation. Often think you care too much. I said this to someone before, and it's so true. We can't take care away from you, because caring is in your foundation of being. And I don't think you would want to be without it. So found a relationship to it instead. You're not afraid of meeting the other people's shadows, because you know what they mean. Sure, you can be afraid of people, you're afraid of the evil and all of that outside and everywhere in the world. But what that is, though, you already in your heart, you know that there's something more to that. So by first meeting it within you, you have such a wonderful door opening for you to also be able to do it with others. And that is your dream, is it not? Free readings? Yeah, free readings. Been thinking about what you said, that feeling bad about yourself is actually coming from love for yourself. So interesting. It's how I feel. Would you agree, home of heart? You want to have people shine. You want to have people stand tall in their power. All God's little children. God is coming into this as well. And it's wonderful. You have all of that in you. And this that you're afraid of is the very... Ooh, could you hear that? That was a cat. I apologize. Behind that door. What you're afraid of is that very key to unlocking even more doors. It's your own humanity. It's your own just being human. Yeah. So what is it that I'm actually saying that you should do? Meet it. Meet it in a space where you are safe. And know that whatever comes through, all of it has been your way in that very situation when those feelings first occurred, to find your way to peace and well-being. Thank that for it, because it all comes from love. And with now meeting it from a distance, you can see other parts of it too. Thank it for the experience and bring it with to show it the future. That is what we have for you today, Home of Heart. And this is something that I usually say to everyone, in a sense, but I really feel it was important for you to be seen in that too. That for you especially, also, it's true. And you, all that you are looking for, all that you are dreaming of, if we can think it, we know it. So parts of us are already there. But when I say it's your mission, I'm not talking about this is the only thing you're gonna do. It's okay to have your own life, Home of Heart. It's okay to have your own interests, your own hobbies. But this that you care of so much and afraid of losing is your foundation. You can't lose it. That is what I have for you today, dear. Is that okay? Thank you. And thank you for being here. Hope we can bring you some bubbles. Jamister, you are pending, so you are up, my friend. I'm sorry, it still says that you are minus 900. That means that you are pending. Also, what was your name, dear? You who had a question for the reading. You never put yourself in queue because you have to put exclamation point joy if you are still here, dear. Sailor. Hola. Yeah. I think you said join. It's joy. As in Joyce. I can put you in, dear. I can put you in. And if we can't... okay, there it is. Okay, yeah. I was just about to put you in. Okay. If we can't do the transference today, you will be in queue for pending for another stream. So you will be in queue until you get your transference or you leave. But you're here, and someone who is pending from a previous stream is Jamista. So you are up there. Would you like a transference today? Oh, yeah, you asked for one. What would you like? I should ask. Sorry for the clickety clicks. Or the kitty kits that the auto capture says, no? Where did you go, Jamie? There you are. Are you here, Gemista? It's okay. I know that most people have join as the command, and we tried to put join as well, but it wouldn't register. So it's joy. It's joy. Benbus has built this, my fiance has built this queuing system from scratch, and he's still working on it. So that is why it's a little bit different. But I really, really like it. It works perfectly. It's a bit, right now, it's a bit very much happening manually, but it works really well. Dragon, hi dear. Wonderful to hear that you're enjoying yourself. Are you here, Gemsta? Because if not, you too, Dragon, are impending, so you are up next. So you can think of what you'd like today, Dragon, and we'll see if Gemsta, Jamie, calling Jamie. Huh? Are you here, Jamie? You want to let the next person in list go before you? Okay. Okay. If you don't know what to ask, or if you don't know what kind of, because what you can have a healing, or you can have a reading. In healing, you can have a general one where I work with what I see, or a focused one where you can tell me, oh, I would like to work with this. If there is a pain somewhere in your body, physical or emotional, or if you just have a thought that it feels like we want to work with this. With a reading, you can have a general too, which means that you don't have to do anything. Just let me come into your frequency and I will talk to you about what my guides want to say to you today, or a specific way you have a question. So you see, you don't have to have a question, but it's up to you how you feel. So would you still want some thinking time? Or how do you feel? Oh? Did we disappear? Are we here? It said that it restarted, but it's not said that the counter has restarted, but the stream has not. What is going on? Okay, absolutely. The counter for the stream uptime restarted, but the stream did not restart. That's interesting. I like that. I like that. Okay. Sprite, are you here? We had so many times where the stream would restart, and so when I saw the counter, I thought, uh-oh, did I miss something now? I just went off in my own little thoughts, in my own little bubble, and I missed us disconnect. But no, it doesn't say. Okay. Sprite dear, you are up next. What would you like today? Absolutely, dear. I just have to check. Yeah, the viewing count is gone too. Ha! I wonder what's going on today. I wonder what's going on. Okay, so, oh, okay, hang on. When we jump around in the list, it's sometimes difficult for it to follow my lead. There it is, okay. Hello, Papa! Hi! So, Sprite, I want to talk to you about decisions and decision making and going back to school, actually, and this taking a new direction and seeing all these doors in front of us and not really know what is it that I actually want to do, because I'm having a good time here. I can sit and sip my little cup of tea. It's not what I maybe imagined for myself, but at the same time I'm not sure what I imagined for myself. So now I sit here and it's pretty comfortable, but I have these doors in front of me that I could pick from, and it's really quite interesting. It's a beautiful energy coming through when you have opportunities, because they can be quite heavy. But what does that come from? Seeing all these different ways you can take and then feeling it's too much, so I rather than just not even stay where I am, but almost try to turn the opposite direction and walk away from everything, because I have all of this, but I don't know what is expected of me. And I think that is exactly where we're at in this. You have all these different doors that you can open, but you don't know what is expected on you when you go in, because you have this widespread of interests, or what you're really good at, I should say. People can really fit you into certain roles, but it's because of people fitting you into the roles that you're concerned of, is what I feel. So you have these different opportunities, but you're not quite sure what to take. Because also, not only are people gonna fit you into roles, but it's also gonna be you leaving some parts of yourself behind. So I have to pick this in order to go here. At the same time, you're disagreeing, your energy is disagreeing with what I'm saying. So I would like to hear from you what it is in this that you agree on, and what is it that you're not, because your energy is not resonating. At the same time, I see the situation be resonating, but not your energy in me talking about it. So does it make any sense what I'm saying, or where it comes from? Before we go deeper into it, I would like to hear from you, Sprite. Because I see it being a complicated, because that was the answer I got, is that it's a complicated situation. And because it's so open, you can see it from so many directions. And I think that is why you also don't resonate, because you don't know what would be to resonate with it, because there's just so much going on that you can see from so many different points of views. And so what it comes down to is to really do. It's interesting because I see you, I want to say to you to sit down and just look at what it actually is that you want to do. And that, the energy is saying, is a tedious work. And just, okay, let me look into myself. What is it that I actually want to do? And why that will... Have a good day, Luna. All the love to you, my friend. Everyone, go follow. Probably all of you probably already follow Luna, but if you do not, please, please, please do. She is one of my absolutely closest friends. Can we have a shout out for Luna, Bumpus? I think it makes a lot of sense. It's hard for me to choose one thing. So do you have to? Do you have to choose one thing? Is the question. Because it feels like you are afraid of leaving parts of you behind. Do you have to though? Because this would not be, someone else can't come in and pick and choose what parts of you they want. Sprite. They can't do that. The only person that can do this and that can say or to show affection to all of your parts are you. You're also the only person who can try to shove a part into a box, is what they're saying, and pack the boxes up. I'm thinking of Toy Story now. It feels like Toy Story. All of your different parts, your creativity and your ideas and all of this, and you caring for all of those interests and everything that is so important of you, for you. It feels like you want to put them into a box, and there they wake up in their own little world like Toy Story, but they can't tell you that they're alive. And what I'm saying is you don't have to push them aside because you're going off to college, in a sense. Meaning you take on this new adventure. No one can pick and choose what they want from you. They can pick and choose what they need you to do, but you, within you, can use and have all of those parts be part of your thinking process. They don't have to know that. And if they do, it's just a beautiful part. Your result in the situational, practical sense will be the same. You can deliver what they need of you. But the process behind it, sprites, would be so much more joyful if you can be you. If you don't have to press the pen, as I say. I talk about pressing the pen against the paper when the ink has run out, instead of picking up another pen. When we try to push ourselves into something that we don't feel. Do we have to do this? So the product will be the same, only with even more love behind it, if you get to be you in the process. I don't think I have to choose one thing, but I get overwhelmed trying to delegate time for each different interest. I feel like I can't progress fast enough if I chip away at each slowly. But an interest is not just what you do with it, it's also how you look at it and what it's anchored within you in. And with all this being creative interests and processes, even helping people and wanting to create a better world, that is still creative in using your different knowledge to create something. But before that is created, you created it with your hands, you created it inside of your mind. And I know that, well, mostly we create with our hands and have it flow that way, but just the thought of wanting to create it is a step in creating it. It's part of that. And that same thought process, when you're in the middle of it, comes from the same aspect of when you simply think of it. So I'm not talking about setting time aside from your different interests. I'm talking about realizing the thought process and your personality trait behind these interests, and that is actually the golden cove. This is what you can use in also other aspects of your life. It's not about the actual product. It's about the feelings, the emotions, and the thought process behind it in meeting it. And if you put that passion into what you do, you can also do that well enough to also have time for creating it with your hands. But it's about the passion in you, not what it makes, but what it is. That is what I'm talking about. So no matter which door you choose, you can take all of your toys with you because they live in here. And here. So you're afraid of picking yourself apart, which in itself, in that feeling, tells you how much you have inside. Again, returning the negative to the positive. What is it actually telling you? If you have all these options and you have to make this decision, what is that actually saying? Well, that you have all these different perspectives that you can relate to, meaning you have a fully, wildly wonderful world inside. And when you want to meet the world outside, again, it's a reflection. So the more you can love yourself for all of these different parts of you and appreciate how big of a universe you have inside, the more easily you will be able to see how big the universe is around you without having to feel small, because you don't have to hide any part of this. You collect toys. That's where Toy Story comes from then. Because all of those toys, all of those parts of you and interest, I really saw them as toys in Toy Story, and you putting them down in boxes. Because now I have to shove you aside because I have a new adventure. But they're with you. They're always going to be with you. They're not in boxes. They're in your heart. They're in your mind. And they are your friends. And they can help you and be part of you always. It's not about the product. It's about what is behind the process. And the one thing that you do create, always, and never take a break from, is your life sprite. So no matter what direction you go, the product and the feelings and the process behind it will always end up being meaningful, wonderful, beautiful, awful and horrible and really difficult, but wonderful. Because it's happening right now and you are creating in this very moment. To the two readings from before, we didn't have a figurine coming up. For you, now they're starting to wake up, the toys. You have them with you always, Sprite. Whatever you choose, you're never gonna leave them alone. You're never gonna leave them, you're never gonna abandon them. They're with you. No one can take that away from you. And that is what makes you so beautiful. that is what I have for you today. Does it make sense? Are we sending a little bubble your way? Because I know you already know all of this, but I hope that could be the little push, the little nudge. No one can take hope away from you. Hope is the last thing that leaves you. And for you, the hope is your toys, your interests. It's love. It's you. Thank you for letting me give you that. That is what we have today. Could you see her okay? I'm so bad at showing figurines to the camera. I think she's so pretty. Oh, the camera was weird today, did you see? It's beautiful. Thank you, Spray. I hope we can send some bubbles your way. Citrix! Hello, dear. Welcome to a little corner. Oh, now, look. The uptime has actually continued from where it left off. We're all good, guys. We're all good. Satrin, you are pending, dear. Are you here, Satrin? Let me know if you're here, dear. Satrin. And then we have Jamie. Have you turned up yet, Jamie? I am calling Satrin. I'm calling Jamie. And I'm calling Dragon. Have you had some time to think, Dragon? There you are, Jamie. I'm looking for advice and or guidance more than anything. I'm going on an interview today. Oh, in a little while. So I'm here to fill my cup so I can present myself in the best light. I haven't worked formally for someone else since March. You're really putting on the big boy shoes now, as we spoke of before. Okay, let's see. Quickly, so that we don't take too much of your time. Let's see if this will work. I'm not sure. Yes, okay. I want to do this quickly for you. Let's start with fire. Okay, I have a question for you, Jamie. How do you feel when you cook? When you cook food, how do you feel about cooking food? Tell me, Jamie. How do you feel when you're cooking food? Feel relaxed, a little angry at times because I have to cook for others in the house always. So they wanted to have the perspective of this job interview as cooking food. Because you start out feeling relaxed And it's interesting to put things together 2 and 2 and make a beautiful dish. Making your own recipe, in a sense. And they want to have you see this job interview as the same. Because as you say, you always have to cook for others, and that can be a little bit frustrating. So I understand why they will bring this up now, because you are now going to do something for someone else. So what we want you to do is focus on how you first feel when standing there in the kitchen to prepare food. Not your thoughts, oh, how this is gonna go, but how you first feel when you start to pull out the ingredients, when you start to make the little list in your head they're talking about, and always experiment a little. That excitement in creating something that you have done. Because that is what shies you away from it. Is that it turns into someone else's. And so that excitement of standing there and starting to pick things and to gather them and to create something beautiful, that is where they want the focus to be. Because this is you taking the responsibility to provide for you and to provide for your loved one. Did you see I did a reading for you when you were not here, and I asked if anyone could see you, that they would give you the rod? Did you see that, Jamie? Because I don't think you did. Did you? No? Okay. So in that day, going back to when, you were afraid of losing your love, was what they were talking about. And afraid of not taking enough responsibility, in a sense. And we spoke about how love will always stay with you. And I see this coming back now into where we are now in going for this job interview, because it's a little bit the same as cooking food, because you do this for you, but you also do it to show love and appreciation. The same with working. You do so to show love and appreciation. But you can also do this for you because you are part of this. What we tend to do is distance ourselves and feel, okay, I know where this is going to go to. I know where this is going to go down to, and I don't like it, and so I distance myself and I just have it done. And you do so even with playing video games, I feel, even with doing things that you really go into because